What's up people, it's Wasabi and I'm back with another video. And today we're gonna do something very different. Today's video is about mouse pads. Well, sort of. I have a fabric cleaning machine also known as a spot cleaner, and I grabbed one on sale last year. I have never used a machine like this before, but I love to try new things. So this is literally my first time experiencing a machine like this. So cloth pads are basically dirt sponges, and over time sweat, oils and dust build up, which is perfectly normal. For most gamers, you would have noticed that the glide experience and consistency changes, and good quality cloth pads, they're not cheap, so it's always a bit of a shame as they don't feel the same for very long. So in this video, we are finding out, can a fabric cleaning machine actually help with mousepad maintenance? You know, is it even worth considering? So here's how this video is gonna go. I tested this machine on 3 things. First, my pink Vexi PD140. Because of this colorway, it looks dirty as hell in person. It used to be a beautiful pink. I've had it for less than 6 months and it started to look so bad to the point where I decided to start featuring it in my videos. The second thing would be my Artisan Key 83, and the third thing would be my Razer Iskur V2 fabric gaming chair. So all tests were done using room temperature water only. Even though this machine supports hot water and steam, I wanted to find out how effective it is on the most basic setting, which is what most machines you can find can do. So for the good people who do not know how this machine works, it is pretty simple. It sprays water into the fabric, which then dissolves and loosens up the dirt, and concurrently it pulls out the dirty stuff and the water through suction. So in this video, there is no use of chemicals or heat, and there is also no soaking of materials for long. In theory, this method is non-abrasive and should be more effective at removing stuff from the mouse pad than wiping with a damp cloth. To be fair, wiping with a damp cloth is the most common method, and I do it too. It's great for simple maintenance. But I sometimes wonder if there is a better, deeper cleaning option for fabric-based gaming gear. You know, something better than using a wet cloth or even scrubbing it over the kitchen sink or in the shower. So let's check it out, starting with my Vexi PD140, which used to be bright pink. If you're trying this for yourself, please use clean water. This still would be the best. And honestly, using this machine just with room temperature water, this is pretty damn effective at pulling out dirt and stains out of the mousepad. The areas that I could reach look almost brand new, as you can see. It is pretty bright pink again. And I say areas I could reach because this is a hard mousepad with a sloping edge, and it's a very beautiful design. But due to the cleaner head attachment and how it works, it's almost impossible to properly clean the edges with that thing. However, while it did clean super well, it also resulted in a change of the texture of the surface, which is a big no-no. You see, the Vexi PD140 fabric in particular is quite fine and soft in nature, and the suction force of a machine like that, I think the one that I have is about 13,000 Pascal of suction pressure. So it's pretty strong, and also the head attachment that I use, this one right here has somewhat soft bristles, and after cleaning and drying, the surface of the mousepad feels sort of fluffy, you know, like a wool winter coat. And that is not a good thing. Ideally, you want to remove dirt and stains without altering the surface texture to this degree. So I would not recommend using a machine like this on pads with, you know, softer fabrics. Now let's take a look at the Artisan Key 83.
Dirty tank disordered.
This one turned out much better. The Key 83 fabric is noticeably more sturdy and not as closely knit as compared to the PD140 fabric. So on the PD140, the suction pulls quite aggressively, whereas on the Key 83, it still pulls but not as intense. So I used the same setup, a full tank of clean water. The machine was effective at pulling out quite a lot of the crap that was chilling in the cloth. And you know, I would say that my Key 83 looks pretty brand new again. And the best part is that it did not ruin the surface, and the glide feels like my pad has got some speed back. Much closer to how it was when I first got it, assuming that my memory isn't lying to me. So I was very surprised and very happy with the results. So now let's take a look at my gaming chair.
Dirty tank disordered.
This worked extremely well, and honestly, after cleaning, my chair feels even cleaner than the day that I got it. Quick context, I live in Singapore. It's hot and humid and disgusting and regularly hits 85 to 100% humidity levels. And you know, large chairs like this sit in warehouses before delivery, and when I first got this chair, the fabric felt slightly moist and musty. So yes, the water in the waste tank looks freaking disgusting. I'm sorry, but you know, this experiment made me realize something. If I had to choose between PU leather and fabric chairs again, I pick fabric. PU leather cracks and stains permanently and gets shiny over time. That was my experience with my Secret Lab Evo chair. For mesh chairs, for those of you who are sitting on mesh, I'm not sure if a machine like this would work because I don't know if there will be enough material to create the suction for it to work properly in the first place. But anyway, this sidetrack test turned out super well. So now, is a machine like the one I use good for cleaning mouse pads? Honestly, yes. It is excessive though. That's how I feel as someone who's been gaming for, I guess safe to say, before most of Valorant player base were even born. But it does a solid job. It pulls out the sweat, dust, dirt, oils. Well, oils a little if you are just using water. But a machine like this can get most of the stuff out of the fabric, which is something that affects glide experience and consistency. Now, super important disclaimer, no mousepad brand officially recommends this method. This entire video is just something that popped out of my head when I was having a drink. So if you want to try something like this, do it at your own risk, but don't expect any refunds if you fuck up your pad. Based on my testing, pads with softer, finer fabrics are a no-go. It was either the bristles of the head was too rough or the suction was too strong. And for pads with sturdier fabrics, it's much safer, but still just be gentle with it. Now, very, very important thing to note, nothing can bring your mousepad back to feeling as good as the first day you got it, alright? Using a brand new mousepad, the material condition is perfect and there is nothing in the fabric. Using a pad that you've had for a while, the material is worn in and there is lots of crap in the fabric. Using it after washing, the material is worn in and there is less crap in the fabric. So that is three totally different experiences. So whatever you do, a pad glide experience will never truly be like brand new again. Think of it like your favorite t-shirt that you had for a very long time. Fabrics naturally get worn out and no random ass machine that Wasabi puts on his channel can fix that. Now, final thoughts. First, please do not buy something like this just for mouse pads. I mean, you can if you want to, but this thing works great on fabric sofas, fabric chairs, carpets, mattresses, curtains. There are so many applications that can make your home feel a little more comfy, you know what I'm saying? Now, is something like this necessary for gamers? I would say no. Is it effective? Surprisingly, yes. But honestly, if you're willing to go this far to maintain a cloth pad, I hope that you have considered a glass mouse pad first. I love cloth pads, the craftsmanship, the textures, and how different weave patterns create different experiences. But glass pads, they do not stain or darken or absorb anything. Maintenance is literally done with a simple wipe. That always clean and unbeatable consistency of a glass pad is still super impressive to me. If you're looking for a glass pad, I would recommend Wallhack, not because I sold my soul to the brand, but because I enjoy their quality and now they have have a variety of surface textures. So if you want to get anything from them and to support my channel while you're at it, you can use my code Wasabi at checkout, and that also gives you 10% discount off your order. If not, that is all I have for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had a great start to the year, and if it's not so great, I hope that things will get better. As always, if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, please leave a like and subscribe to support my channel, and I guess I'll see you in the next one.